Welcome back to WagerTalk TV. I'm Ross Benjamin of WagerTalk.com, and I'm back with two more Major League Baseball free pick winners here on Thursday, June the 18th, in games between the Phillies and Marlins, and also the Rays and the Orioles. And I say two more because we went 2-0 last night with our Major League Baseball free picks. Now on a 7-0 run between the NBA and Major League Baseball, last four videos and folks on a 22-7 combined run with my free picks here on Wager Talk TV, which includes 15-5 on Major League Baseball and 7-2 in the NBA. So congratulations to all of you who's smart enough to ride this hot streak with me, and also folks. I'm glad for you because you don't have to listen to all these haters in the comments section when I go on a bad run for a few days. So it works out both ways. In any event, folks, let me know who you like tonight in Major League Baseball. You might like something else beside these two games. You might like something in the NBA Finals, Game 6. Leave it in the comments section, your picks, and also exactly why you like those picks if you so choose. Just the picks is fine as well. So, in any event, folks, your contributions are vital to the success of these videos, and we welcome them wholeheartedly. All right, so if you have not subscribed to Wager Talk TV yet, folks, you'll see a subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your page. If you hit that, you're subscribed, and it costs you absolutely nothing. You're privy to some of the best sports betting experts in all the world right here at Wager Talk TV. And folks, I mentioned my record 22-7 run with these free picks on Wager Talk TV, 7-0 with my last four videos. All I ask is you hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. It goes a long way in making me happy because I'm certainly and obviously trying to make you happy here at Wager Talk TV. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes, as I like to call it. The Phillies with Christopher Sanchez and the Marlins will go with Edward Cabrera, 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time start. I am going to concentrate on Marlins starter Edward Cabrera. A couple pitcher props that I like here. Cabrera's current over and under on walks tonight is 2.5. And he's made six career starts versus the Phillies since 2023. He's walked 17 hitters and 30 innings pitched. That's not a very good ratio, walks to innings pitched. And also, these current Phillies have made 90 plate appearances lifetime against Cabrera, the current Phillies lineup, that is. And they've walked 16 times in those 90 plate appearances. That's one per 5.6 plate appearances. Again, a very high ratio when it comes to walks against plate appearances. Also, over his last four starts, Cabrera has walked 9 and 18 in the third innings pitched, and he's going to be facing a Philadelphia Phillies team that's number 7 in all of baseball in drawing walks. And as a matter of fact, the Phillies over their last 6 games have averaged 3.9 walks per game. I'm going to go with Edward Cabrera to go over his walk total of 2.5. And this is at money line odds of plus 140, folks. So, regardless of the hot streak, I'm not going to try to protect myself by playing big chalks, although the next one is sort of that. But we're going with a plus 140 money line dog here with Edward Cabrera over 2.5 walks. All right. Also, Cabrera's over and under on outs recorded tonight is 16.5. This is a little bit different. I'll get to that later in terms of the money. 11 starts this season for Cabrera. 7 of his 11, he's recorded 15 outs or less. His longest outing of the year has been 5 2/3 innings, so he's never recorded more than 17 outs in his 11 starts this year. And tonight, it's at 16.5. And so he's only, again, 7 of his 11 starts have just been 5 innings or less. The last 2 years, he's made 31 starts, meaning Edward Cabrera, and averaged only 4 innings pitched per start, which is somewhere around 14 to 15 outs per game. So this is nothing new with him. He struggles with longevity. Part of it is because of what we just discussed with his walks. And the other part of it is he's just not a guy that they could rely on to go past the fifth inning or or 6 innings or more for that matter. The Phillies' current roster has a 371 on base percentage when facing Cabrera and 90 plate appearances. That's despite only having a 233 batting average. So, again, his lack of control against all teams, specifically the Phillies in this instance, has deprived him of having any kind of longevity in his starts. And the Phillies, over their last 6 games, they have a 369 on base percentage, which means they're putting a lot of stress on pitchers, whether it be relievers or starters, in this case, Cabrera. And I'm going to go with Edward Cabrera under 16 and a half outs recorded. Now, for those of you who don't like laying big numbers. Going over this or under their 16 and a half outs recorded is at money line odds of minus 165. So if you're uncomfortable with that, what I would say, because I am uncomfortable with it, and I'll tell you what I do. When I run into situations like this on rare occasions and the data is fully supports what I'm trying to do, instead of betting 165 to win 100, hypothetically, you bet $100 or risk $100, I should say, and just take a lesser return in limiting your risk in terms of the money you put up front on your bet. So that's what I would recommend. But again, that's up to you. So the two picks in this Miami and Philly game, both pitcher props, both with Edward Cabrera, uh, over 2.5 walks at plus 140, under 16 and a half outs recorded at minus 165. All right. Next game, Baltimore and Tampa Bay. I got a winning total in this game. It's the total right now is 8.5. Charlie Morton on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles and Drew Rasmussen for the Tampa Bay Rays. Game is slated to go at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. The total right now is 8.5. I am not crazy whatsoever about Charlie Morton. I haven't been for the last couple of years. He's at the tail end of his career, and he can be very erratic at this stage of his career. But his last 4 starts, he does have a very respectable 270 ERA. The Baltimore bullpen over their last 7, 1.19 whip and a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Baltimore has gone 8-1 to the under on the road this year versus teams with the winning record. And the lone exception came yesterday in Tampa Bay's 12-8 win over Baltimore. But the current Rays, here's a good thing I like about Morton in this situation, beside his 270 ERA over his last 4. The current Tampa Bay roster is just 4 for 31 lifetime against Morton. That's a 129 team batting average. I mentioned that Tampa 12-8 win over Baltimore yesterday, and the Rays this year have played 7-0 to the under after allowing 8 runs or more in a previous game. And those 8 games or 7 games averaged a combined 5 runs scored per game. Going back to last year, the Tampa Bay Rays are 7-0 to the under after playing a game in which they scored and allowed 8 runs or more. In those 7 games, 4 runs per outing combined between the teams. Rasmussen, meaning Drew Rasmussen, 8-2 to the under in his home starts this year with and his 204 ERA and 091 whip has a lot to do with those results. And against the current Baltimore roster against Drew Rasmussen is just 6 for 39 with a 154 team batting average and a 175 on base percentage, and only had 3 extra base hits in those 39 at bats, and all of those were doubles. So they've had very limited, if any, success against Drew Rasmussen, meaning the current Baltimore Orioles roster. The Tampa Bay bullpen has been on fire over their last 7 games, just a 117 team ERA and a 1.00 whip. I like this game to go under the total, folks. Baltimore and Tampa Bay under 8.5. And again, in the other game between Miami and Philadelphia, 2 Starting pitcher props on Miami starter Edward Cabrera. We like him to go under 16 and a half outs recorded at moneyline odds of minus 165, and also over 2.5 walks at moneyline odds of plus 140. And like I just touched upon, Baltimore and Tampa Bay under the total of 8.5. Those are your three Major League Baseball free picks for Thursday, June the 19th. All right, so just a friendly reminder, folks, I have a NBA winning point spread pick up for tonight, game 6 of the finals between Oklahoma City and Indiana, possibly the last NBA game of the year. We'll see. If not, game 7 will be Sunday, but my NBA is on a 13-4 run right now, folks. 76% red hot. And my NBA playoff picks since 2022, 149 and 104, 59%, and a net profit of 131 units. So I'm getting it done in the NBA playoffs over the last 4 years. After a slow start this year, as you could see, I came on like gangbusters. And that 4-year record, you'll be hard pressed to find anybody in the NBA playoffs who put up that type of record with that many units earned over that course of time. All right, so there you have it for the NBA. Also, folks, all sports right now, we're on a 43 and 26 run since March or May, excuse me, May the 13th. That's good for 39 units of net profit. Major League Baseball 27 and 16 run. So 21 units in net profit there since May the 12th. And also, folks, great specials going on right now over at WagerTalk. 30-day all-access pass for less than $200. Over $100 off our normal price. Right now, that amounts to $6.63 per day when you break down the total price and divide it by 30 days. You can't beat that with a stick, my friends. And you heard my records that I just touched upon. So you should consider buying that from me. Less than $200, more than $100 off, 30-day all access. Whatever I put out for the next 30 days is yours for that price. Also, even better is our 365-day all access pass, which right now is just 1188. I say just 1188 because as it's a limited time offer, and as we approach closer to football season, this is going to go up to 1999, folks. So right now, you can get a 365-day all access pass, $811 off the normal price. It amounts to $99 a month. It amounts to $3.25 per day. Not only that, for example, if you bought that from me, but why shouldn't you? At wt.buzz/RB is my personal link, by the way, at WagerTalk. But if you buy that from me, you're also going to receive a 25% off bonus coupon, which allows you to buy from any other handicapper over the course of the 365 days at 25% off whatever you purchase, whether that be a daily pick, a all access pass, or an annual package. So take advantage of this offer, and don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe. For Wager Talk TV and Ross Benjamin, take care and God bless, folks.